Hello everybody, J.Yumeko here, and welcome back to Angel Wings Endless Night. I want to let you guys know that this week will be filled with videos and uploads, primarily because I know that I haven't been able to get too many videos out to you guys. So yeah, we'll be having this series and a number of other series all being uploaded within this week, and hopefully that kind of, gives you guys some stuff to work with, because I know obviously not all of you are going to be wanting to watch the same series. So I don't want to have left you guys without a video for who knows how many weeks, and then I come back and give you a video of a series that you don't want to watch. So without further ado, we're going to jump right on back into this. We've kind of figured out what the where were we? We already did this. We already did this. Okay, yeah. So here we go. So we already kind of figured out that there was going to be a bit of a pattern going on in this game. We're going to go to a room, get introduced to a new character, have to figure out how to fight off the ghost, however it decides to possess that room, and then we're going to try and get the character warped back home after we find a piece of this scepter that we need to put together in that room. So that kind of seems like it's going to be a pattern here. So tell me, why did you do that? Do what? Take Rose home? No, why did you were willing to die just for her? Have you lost your mind? Oops, didn't mean to click that. I don't know, I just don't want to lose anyone else. My friends, they mean everything to me. We've waited this long to be together again. I want them to be happy, no matter what it takes. Would you do the same for someone you care about, right? Would I? Lilith laughs. Oh, Elise, you're so silly. I know you would. You got me. You see right through me, darling. Come on, let's go on to the next one. Right behind you. Oh, Elise, silly girl. So, Elise, anything you want to talk about? Okay, let's see. Tell me about your friends, about yourself, about the curse. Tell me about your friends. You seem like you have quite a motley crew of friends. Tell me more about them. You want to know about my friends? Really? Well, I'm not that interested. Let's not get confused, darling. Just a little curious. Who are you curious about, Let's see. Amelia, Cassia, Haruka. Can we choose these guys? Oh, okay. Outfit uncalled. Haruka. Haruka's fun. I think she used to be a model in Japan or something. She was actually pretty big time. You wouldn't assume that from meeting her, though. She's got the sharpest tongue of anyone I've ever met. Kind of like you, Elise. But she, uses smaller words. Uh-huh. So why did she give up all that to spend time with you all? She said it stressed her out too much. All those cameras, people watching her all the time, a little creepy sometimes, don't you think? All these cursed eyeballs on the wall certainly don't help. She still carries herself like royalty, though. You'll see. She sounds like quite a handful. You guys are kind of similar. I think you'll get along well. Are you saying we're both hard to handle? I would never. What are you talking about? Alright, I guess we can do all of them. Let's do Amelia. You already met Emmy. Isn't she cool? Certainly knowledgeable. Right? If it weren't for her, we'd never know about this whole Amaranth thing. What's Amelia like outside of such literary settings? She probably seems like the quiet, reserved type, doesn't she? I think it's just because the rest of us are so loud. You can say that again. Emmy has a lot to say, but she's pretty happy on her own. I think that's cool of her, don't you think? You wouldn't expect it, but I bet the first thing she did when she got home was go out and buy a beer. She's technically old enough to drink now. She's probably just drinking at home while reading a new book, like she never left this place. At least the sunlight must be an improvement. Feeling the sun on your skin? It's nice, isn't it? I've forgotten what it's like already. The sun. Elise shudders quietly. What? Are you afraid of cloves of garlic too? Silver bullets? Silver bullets are a werewolf thing.
Are you sure?
Positive?
What? Have you, killed a werewolf or something?
I feel like we're getting off topic here, darling. Alright, Cassio, you never met them before.
Ah, our fiery little youngster. Fills my heart with joy to see how well she grew up.
Aren't you all supposedly around the same age?
Oh, yeah. She's only the youngest by a few months, but still.
I suppose I know that feeling. I'd certainly love to baby our Nuri.
Nuri's your other friend?
Yes. I believe she's the only one of us who didn't end up in this damn place.
The only one who didn't doze off in the middle of the day, huh?
Oh, shush.
Your friend, what's she like?
A bit quiet and reserved, but she certainly loves her books. If I recall, she was working on writing a new piece. A romance novel, I think it was.
Her and Emmy would get along great, then.
That's probably true, isn't it?
Our little Cass is super smart. We just ask for her help with our homework all the time. Probably why she learned to be so rebellious.
Alright, Rose.
I love Rose. She's my favorite. Wait, no, that sounds bad. I don't pick favorites with my friends.
I can't imagine why.
Because we're similar? People always say we're like sisters.
I pray for your poor butlers. I mean, parents.
I worried about her a lot, you know. She was always afraid of being alone. Someone like Emmy or Luna, I could leave them alone for days or weeks and they wouldn't even notice. Rose, though, I think she always joked around or played pranks because it brought her closer to everyone else. I'm glad we could at least send her home. Hope her and Emmy aren't causing too much trouble. Oh my gosh, I bet they are.
Luna.
Oh, Lulu. She's a little complex. She's got a cold face and people say she looks like a husky or something because of those blue eyes. But she's a sweetie once you get to know her. It's hard to break through her shell, but once you do, she's the best friend you could ask for.
So she's hard to get to know.
When I met her back at school, she would always be the girl who stared out the window all day. When the bell rang, she'd be the first out the door. Nobody dared to try and talk to her. Well, except for me, of course. She's always been so driven and focused. I don't blame people for being a little afraid of her. But ever since that day, we've always been great friends. You'll see what I mean soon.
Alice. Why didn't I hear about Alice earlier?
Huh? I didn't tell you about her?
I heard her name from your friend. Sounds like she was quite a popular member of your little band.
Oh, yeah. Alice was always so on top of things. She had plans for days and days and always took care of the boring stuff like that. She had a little notebook and everything.
A planner?
Yeah, a book for plans. A planner.
She sounds nothing like you.
No, stop it. We're more similar than I probably make it sound. I think we met back when we were just little kids. She was always there for me back then.
What room does Alice live in?
I think she was upstairs somewhere. Maybe near Luna? At least, I think.
Well, with any luck, we'll find her and save her along with the others. I think that's it.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I think we've talked to everybody now.
That's all for now. Thank you, dear. So, Elise, anything you want to talk about?
Okay, so now we're going to go through everything else. Okay, so we've already talked about our friends. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me a little about yourself, Lilith, darling.
Lilith's face lights up at Elise's question. Lilith is such a fucking annoying name to try and pronounce for me. Lilith.
You want to know about me? Really?
Calm down, dear. I don't need your life story or anything.
Well, I'm 19. Wait, I'm like 20, 21, 22. Just the essentials, if you please. Okay. I was 19. My birthday is June 18th. I have a little brother, although he might technically be my older brother now. Wait, how does that work? That's it. Your turn.
Okay, well, I'm 21.
Wow.
Raised Catholic. My favorite food is foie gras.
Foie gras? What's that?
No, dear. It's foie gras. It's French. You put the emphasis on the gras.
Ah, yes, okay. Foie gras.
Yes, that'll do.
Thanks, mademoiselle.
You're an odd one, Lilith. But you're not bad to be around, I suppose.
Well, thanks, Elise. You're not so bad yourself. Are you excited to go home? Well, yeah. There's a lot of stuff I haven't experienced yet. I have a lot of catching up to do before they send me to a retirement home. More than anything, I miss my mom. I want to see her again. You were close, I presume? Yeah, we were like best friends even. We talk and talk every day. Maybe I inherited that from her. I'm sure my brother's taking care of her well, though. Right? Man of the house. Anyway, Elise, there's no time to dally. We must press on.
Lilith points forward, rushing ahead with gusto. She turns back, grinning ear to ear.
Did I sound like you there?
Sure, darling.
Lilith, dear. What is it? We've been in such a hurry this whole time that I never got a chance to ask how you're feeling about all this. Oh, this?
She gestures broadly around the crumbling mansion, dust and cobwebs enveloping every surface.
Well, yes, the curse thing. How are you holding up? We're off to a great start.
She tosses the piece of the amaranth into the air, cashing it on the way down.
Once we get the rest of the pieces, we can save everyone else too. We just need to keep it up. At the very least, we can get ourselves out of here. I hope this thing works. I'm sure this staff will do something special once it's complete. Why else would the curse try to hide such information from us? You're right. I'm even more excited now.
Lilith charges ahead, ready for the next challenge.
What an interesting girl.
Okay, I guess we only got those 2 prompts. We didn't get to ask about the third one there. After their first excursion, Elise and Lilith travel through a long, narrow corridor on the way to their next destination.
So tell me, dear, what's the first thing you wish to do once you escape from here? Oh, that's easy. I want to open a bakery. A bakery? I'm really good at making macarons. I'll show you if we ever meet after this. I'd love to try. Wait a moment. If we ever meet after this? Well, if we get out of here, I don't know if I'll end up in the same timeline you're from. That is a fair question. You're from the 80s or something, right? What kind of music did you listen to? Bohemian Rhapsody? I'm not that old. How about Africa? Oh yeah, totally. Anyway, how about you? Well, assuming it's still Halloween when I return, I have a party to host. That sounds fun. I haven't been to a party in so long. I must say, though, there are certainly some design cues I can take from these halls. I'm getting inspired just by looking at them. Speaking of which, this hallway's really narrow and kind of spooky. Do we really have to go this way? It's lovely. There's some nice windows. We can see the moon from here. What could go wrong?
And you spoke. Yep, there it is. The window appears to shatter as a figure leaps through, tackling Lilith and pinning her to the ground.
What is with... I am never going to near a window or Mary in this house ever again.
The unknown assailant grabs Lilith's neck, tightening her grip by the second.
My, you truly have an odd obsession with choking around here. Now, I'm certainly not one to kink shame, but... Help me! Ah, right.
Elise brandishes her trusty scalpel, lunging forward at Lilith's attacker. Attempting to plunge her knife into the assailant's neck, the blade crumbles to dust moments before impact. You know, I'll give it to Elise. She is so fucking ready to like, slice somebody's throat open at a moment's notice.
What in the world?
Elise falls backward, repelled by the force of the barrier. Dark chains enveloped in shadow erupt from the nearby wall, wrapping around Elise's arm and reeling her in, shackling her to the wall and binding her wrists. Struggling but unable to defend herself, Lilith's face begins to lose color as her attacker continues to tighten her stranglehold.
Excuse me, dear assassin. Why are you attacking that poor woman when the real Lilith is right over there, down the hall?
The woman remains silent, not falling for Elise's cheap trick.
Excuse me, I'm quite serious. Just one moment. Just turn your head for the 1 second. Pretty please.
Sensing the rising urgency in Elise's voice, the attacker looks down the hallway.
The other me. Wait, that thing in its chest.
A red globe lies exposed within the imposter's chest, partially enveloped by grotesque patches of skin.
Is that the piece of the amaranth? A globe!
The attacker releases Lilith, standing up to face the imposter. With a flick of her wrist, another chain bursts from the wall, stabbing the imposter Lilith in the jugular. Black blood spews from the wound like a burst water main as Nightmare Lilith stops in its tracks, falling to its knees.
I did that too. I also did that.
The imposter's wound seals itself as it stands, slowly advancing towards the three girls at the end of the hall. Run.
Run? Luna, we need that. I said run.
Lilith scurries around the corner, returning to the way she came. Luna follows suit. Did we just leave Elise chained to the wall? We did.
Hello?
Luna releases Elise's shackle as she falls to the floor.
Wait for me!
I was about to say, did we just completely leave Elise?
I think we outran it. What's wrong? Something that could even make you scared? It must have been pretty spooky.
I'm fine. I'm just glad to be in an open space. I hate that little hallway.
Luna's is a little claustrophobic.
I'm not. I just don't like feeling like I'm in a cramped prison cell.
That's what claustrophobia is. You just described it.
It's different.
I don't think it is. Hold on. Can someone explain why you two are buddy-buddy after one of you almost killed the other? Luna missed me too, just like everyone else. She just won't admit it.
No.
It's okay, Lulu. You don't have to hide your feelings around here.
Don't call me that. You and your weird nicknames.
Oh, don't be like that. Let's sing your favorite song. That always cheers you up.
No, please don't.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
A chain with a rusty metal hook on its end spouts from the marble floor, pointing menacingly at Lilith.
Alright, fine. You're no fun.
Elise sighs, rubbing her temples in exasperation.
Anyway, I thought your friend here was trapped upstairs. I thought so too. But instead, you're out here and doing all this chain stuff. Explain. Yes. Why did the curse assist you instead of attempting to murder you?
I've learned to control it.
Control it? The curse?
Parts of it. Obviously, I can't account for your doppelganger. Yet.
Is that how you got down here? You can open the curse locks?
Something like that.
Lovely. Let's travel together then.
I refuse.
Well, why not?
I came here to kill Lilith.
This Lilith or the bad Lilith?
Luna squints at Elise, appearing to ponder her decision for a moment. I guess if I had to choose one, then the other one.
You can't bring yourself to do anything to me. Would you do anything to this face?
She flashes her puppy dog eyes, seeming to forget that Luna nearly decapitated the other Lilith mere moments earlier.
Well, if I can take advantage of this tender moment, would you care to explain what's going on here, with the two Liliths? I mean, I already met her once. She was not very friendly.
Luna strolls over to the staircase, plopping down with a casual sigh. The power of the curse.
I was under the impression you were also in cahoots with the curse. You know, with the spooky chains and everything?
The curse has a mind of its own. I'm sure you noticed that by now.
It's not very smart, but yeah.
It's not, but it's getting smarter every second. It's learning and adapting based on what it sees in the mansion.
But it never did that before, did it?
All these years it saw the same thing every day. Amelia read books. Lilith played with rocks in the basement.
You make me sound so dumb.
What else did you do down there?
Carry on.
There was nothing new for it to gain. But Lilith's night out has caused the curse to learn, to grow. That fake Lilith is the curse adapting. It's getting stronger, learning our faces, our mannerisms. Even if it doesn't kill us, it always learns. Eventually it'll be unstoppable.
Well, how do we stop it from doing that? Do nothing? Stay here for another 40 years, rearranging the floor tiles?
That's why I came here. To kill Lilith and end the curse from learning new tricks. Killing the imposter does nothing. It'll regenerate in minutes. It only grows stronger from it.
Luna, there has to be another way. The amaranth, that'll fix it.
Amaranth?
A staff. It was in Emmy's book. If we find all the pieces, we can end this thing. The imposter me stole the piece I had before. You saw it, right?
Are you sure you want it back after it's been in that thing? How do you know that this staff thing even works?
Well, it was in the book.
So you don't have any proof that this staff works, or even exists?
I have one!
Lilith holds out her hand, showing Luna the piece of the amaranth she recovered earlier.
What is that? A children's toy? No, it's part of the amaranth.
She doesn't seem convinced. Luna stands up and begins to ascend the stairs. I'll try to stop the curse, somehow. But I'm doing it alone. I'll find a way. And Lilith, if I see you again, I'll kill you.
Luna!
Hundreds of black chains burst from the ground, barricading Lilith from the staircase as Luna continues without breaking stride.
We can't stop now, can we?
Lilith's voice trembles with doubt as she clenches her fist.
Even if it seems like I'm making things worse. As long as I can save my friends, that's all that matters to me. So, Elise, where should we go?
Alrighty. So we went to the library first where we met Emmy. We went to the music hall where we met, God, what was her name? I completely fucking forget. Oh, I forget her name. Whatever. We met the other girl. Luna's just kind of roaming around. I'm thinking we go to the cellar and then, go to like dining room, then garden, something along those lines. Because the cellar is where, well, I mean, we've been down there a number of times, but that's where we disappeared. Like our first character disappeared. So maybe we'll find him down there. Who knows? Let's see.
As much as I don't want to go back down there, is there anything down in that basement that could help us? There might be. I doubt we'll find another piece of the amaranth down there, but there might be something there I missed. No stone left unturned, right?
Alright, let's go check it out. The musty cellar remains dark and foreboding as ever. Elise peers around nervously for signs of the nightmare Lilith.
I don't think that horrible creature is still down here. I swear that thing comes out of nowhere sometimes. Oh, here's the light. Any sign of the piece of the amaranth? I don't see one around here, unless it's hidden in this shelf or something. Let's see.
Lilith walks over to the large wooden bookcase, playing with the keys of a long abandoned typewriter on the top shelf as she scans the area.
Saving your game, dear. Huh? Nothing. Sometimes I'd fiddle with these buttons when I was stressed out.
Elise stands by Lilith's side, peering at the faded letters on the typewriter keys, clearly worn from years of heavy use.
What else is in here? It looks like it's all junk.
Elise flicks one of the empty tin cans on the shelf, sending it falling with a hollow clank.
There isn't much, really. If there was anything that could have helped us down here, I would have found it by now.
Lilith looks down at the metal rod that she struck Yumeko with earlier. There we are.
Oh, there's my pipe. We've been so worried about our dear friend, yet you nearly killed him right here. I thought he was that nightmare thing. Well, reasonable enough, I suppose.
Oh, come on, guys.
Were you two close?
We were not close at all. She fucking hated our guts. We were acquaintances.
Close? I don't believe so. Acquaintances, sure. There has to be at least someone important to you, though, right? Well, there is one person I do think is important. I don't think she's here, though. So you know what it's like. We can't just leave our friends here where the amaranth can save them, right? If you say so, dear. It seemed like you knew each other well, at least. I know he stared a lot. Oh, so it wasn't just my imagination.
Lilith squats down, pulling back the torn flap of a canvas bag, peering inside. Struck by curiosity, Elise ponders how Yumeko ended up in the cellar.
You found him down here, you said? Yeah, he just sort of fell out of the ceiling. It begs the question of how we all got here. Here? I thought you wanted to come down here.
She pokes her finger into the bag.
Not here, but in this cursed world. I'm not sure, really. You think you're the first person I've seen in all this time. What's the last thing you were doing before you ended up here?
Elise rubs her chin in thought.
Heavens, I think I fell asleep. I spent all night making preparations for our Halloween party. Maybe the spookiness of Halloween created some magical interference that crossed our timelines.
Lilith laughs half-heartedly.
You might be onto something, dear. Really? You think so?
Lilith pulls a white and red cloth bundle from the torn duffel bag.
What else do you have there, dear? My old school uniform. I think it still fits. Don't we need better things to do than this? I know, but... What do you think? It's a little wrinkled, but...
Lilith spins around with a flourish.
It's very cute, dear.
Lilith kneels down, looking inside the canvas bag once more.
I think everyone else's are in here too. Alice, Cass, yep, they're all here.
She smiles, fondly looking upon the names written on the uniform tags.
Well, we should probably get going, shouldn't we? We still need to finish the amaranth.
Lilith gently places the duffel bag back on the shelf, taking one last long look.
I know we already graduated, but I'm sure my friends will still want these back when we get out of here. Don't you think? Maybe as a memento.
Maybe.
Yes, I think they will. Well, let's get to it.
Lilith bounces up the stairs as Elise follows close behind, smiling with each step.
So Elise, where should we go?
Alright. Oh wait. The art studio. Did we go to the art studio? Wait, so we found Emmy in the library. The other girl in the music hall. We kind of just ran into Luna around here. Nothing in the cellar. Did we ever go to the art studio? I didn't even think that was a thing. Oh, well, it's flashing my options. All right, I get it. All right, dining room it is.
I'm feeling a bit peckish. Do you think the food survived? I sure hope so, because I haven't eaten in years.
An ornate chandelier hangs over a dimly lit table draped in red cloth. A feast of all different types of courses and desserts appears to be perfectly preserved, untouched by the passage of time.
This room is just as I left it. Well, I don't believe this is my dining table. It is quite lovely, though. Is that food real? Not an illusion?
Lilith sniffs the air, filled with the aromas of freshly baked turkey, roast beef, and an assortment of desserts. She hops over to the table, grabbing a frosted cupcake and opening her mouth. She hesitates.
Wait, hold on. Is this like Alice in Wonderland? Is something really bad gonna happen if I eat this stuff? Didn't you say your friend was in here? Shouldn't we be searching for her before we indulge?
Lilith puts the cupcake down, shoulders slumped in disappointment.
Also, who made all this? It's clearly fresh. Haruka? Are you here?
She pulls the tablecloth up, peering under the table.
Ah!
She falls backward, clearly shocked by whatever she's encountered underneath.
Are you alright? What is it? A spiderweb was in my face, but I found her.
Slam! A woman crawls out from under the dining table on hands and knees, flipping her hair over her shoulder as she stands. Took you long enough.
Haruka-chan.
Lilith leaps into Haruka's arms like a newlywed bride.
Don't call me that. It's weird. Haruka! Haruka-chan Daisuke! Haruka-chan Daisuke!
Haruka cringes as she drops Lilith to the ground.
Ow! Haruka, did you cook all this? It's safe to eat, right? Did I cook it? Sort of. Good enough for me.
Lilith begins stuffing her face with a little bit of everything on the table, clearly famished from her involuntary 4-decade diet.
What do you mean by sort of? And why in the world were you under the table? The food disappears when I eat it, but then it comes back. Come again? Look.
She points to Lilith, whose plate of cupcakes has since refilled itself even after being devoured. The turkey in the middle of the table has curiously also regrown the drumstick Lilith snatched.
Cursed magic, is it? Is that the word? Curse? Lilith dear, swallow your food before speaking. Haruka's our foreign exchange student. She doesn't know all the words yet. Don't say that like I'm your token Asian friend or something. Asian? Aren't we all... Anyway.
Aren't we all Asian?
Anyway, eat whatever you want. There's no calories here. Well, you should have told me sooner. It's not fair. You totally have the best room out of any of us. Truly, Lilith here was like a poor little Cinderella downstairs. You look pretty good for someone who is literally bathing in filth. Well, not as good as you do. No one does, after all. Full of confidence, aren't we? How lovely. So, Haruka, tell me again why you were hiding under the table.
Haruka peers nervously at the wall, diverting her gaze as if she's just made awkward eye contact with the stranger.
What's wrong? Is something over there?
A large grandfather clock stands against the wall. Excuse me. Its face covered with a thick cloth napkin.
Why's that on there?
Lilith hops out of her seat and trots over to the clock.
Wait, don't!
Haruka covers her face as Lilith's hand hovers over the napkin.
What's wrong, dear? The clock. I don't like it. The clock? It stares at me.
Lilith lifts the napkin with great care, peering underneath at the clock face.
Forgive me as I've only known you for 5 minutes now, but I assumed you were fairly confident in your own beauty. Why are you afraid of a clock of all things staring at you? I don't want to be looked at. Perplexing. It just looks like a normal clock to me. Its gaze, it pierces.
Elise furrows her brow, looking over at Lilith with concern.
Haruka, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I've been stress eating for half a century. There are worse ways to spend your time. That is true. In any case, we should get out of here. This is no place for any of us. Get out? How? Well, we have to make the curse very angry. Why? The doors unlock when the curse gets tired out. We can also use our spell. It'll send you back home. Well, alright. As long as it gets me away from that thing. Lilith, if she sends in an ominous presence from that clock, perhaps it's the key to triggering the curse. Aren't we surrounded by the curse already? I mean, the refilling bowls are like made of curse. Oh wait, is eating the curse bad? Am I gonna die? I haven't died yet. Sometimes I'm so bored I wish I had, though. Oh, don't say that! We're gonna make it out of here, just you wait. You still haven't told me how you're gonna do that. I refuse to be a human sacrifice. If anything, I should be the one tantalizing the curse with my beauty. I think that would suit me better. That's my job. Well, if we did that again, I think we'd both know who the curse would choose. Excuse me. I'm just being honest.
Laugh it off, be my guest, or bold words for someone within stabbing range. Bold words for someone within stabbing range.
What? Nothing. In any case, how can you face the curse when you're afraid of something as simple as a clock?
Elise reaches for the napkin covering the grandfather clock as Haruka dives under the table.
I thought so. Huh. What is it?
Elise peers under the makeshift curtain.
The clock is stuck. The pendulum isn't swinging either. Is it broken?
Haruka peeks her head out from under the table.
It's been broken since I got here. Well, I don't see anything else we could work with around here. We could start a food fight? So messy. Don't do that.
She retreats back under the table as Lilith skips over to Elise.
Elise, what time is the clock stuck on?
Elise puts her head under the red cloth once again.
It's 9:03. 9:03. I don't suppose any of us know how to fix a clock.
Noticing that the glass face covering is missing, Elise pokes with the clock's hands. They make a springy winding sound as she rotates them.
I can move the hands. Oh? Maybe we should try spinning them in a certain direction. This feels very much like a trivial puzzle.
Oh, well, here we go. Here's our trivial puzzle. I mean, they said it was on 903. Okay. Let's just keep winding it, see if anything happens. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I'm just gonna keep spamming it until maybe something happens. I mean, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. It was on 903. Is when the clock stopped. Okay. What the fuck am I supposed to do? So it would have been roughly something like this. 903. Is there like a clue that we were supposed to have gathered somewhere, or is this just, or am I just being really fucking stupid here? Okay, maybe you want 9 on the dot. Nope. You do not want 9 on the dot. Maybe you want exactly 12. Nope, you don't want 12. I mean, there's a lot of blood there. There's some notches. I mean, I don't know if visually there's anything that I need to pay attention to. Because we're just gonna keep spinning it. I mean, I noticed that whenever it's over here, it starts doing that chugga chugga noise, which I don't know if that's important. I mean, I'm stuck here. What am I supposed to do? I'm searching this up. I'm gonna search this up because I'm not gonna have any kind of bright fucking revelations. All right, let's see here. Endless nights. Clock puzzle. I mean, I really didn't expect this game to have clock puzzles in it. Yeah, here we go. How does the clock puzzle work? My brain is running at low speed today. I'm just confused what to do. What time is endless night? Time endless night is stuck in. Remember. What? What time is endless night stuck? Well, supposedly it's stuck in 903. Was this something that was supposed to be like mentioned some other time ago? Only one person has commented on that. Okay. Solve the clock puzzle within 4 tries. Apparently that's an achievement. Wow, I mean, I don't even know where the fuck to begin. I don't even know how to fucking solve it. Okay, here we go. Need help? Yeah. How does clock puzzle work? It says that I've already clicked on that one. Yep, doesn't say there. All right, maybe this video will help. Okay. Okay. So they're at the clock puzzle part here. I just don't... Okay, maybe... Come on. Okay, here we go. Wait, what? Okay, so I don't know how the fuck this works. Apparently, it needs to go like this. Well, we're certainly not getting the achievement on here for completing this thing within however many tries. Okay, there we go. I don't know how that was the fucking right time. Maybe I'm just really fucking stupid. Maybe I missed something really obvious. Maybe. But hey, let me check did they say something specific? All right, let's see. What time is the clock stuck on? 9:03, 9:03. I don't suppose yada. I can move the hands. I mean, was there any other time when we mentioned like a specific like time? I don't think there was. I mean, we ended up turning it to what? That was like 2:15 roughly. Not even really 2:15. Well, actually, yeah, no, I think it actually was 2:15. Why 2:15 though? It's so weird. Huh. I don't know. If any of you guys have any idea why that was specifically 2:15, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, because I have no idea. Okay, as if dispensing a prize from a claw machine, a spiked golden apparatus falls from the clock's front door.
Is this some kind of weapon? The amaranth! I think that's the hilt. Interesting.
Haruka cautiously peeks out from under the table.
Amaranth? Is that what you guys came here for? Well, yeah. That's how we're gonna free everyone.
Haruka walks up to Lilith, attempting to snatch the hilt from her hand.
Haruka, wait! Alice told me not to let anyone have that. What do you mean Alice told you? You've seen her. Is she around here too? Well, I didn't see her really.
Elise raises an eyebrow.
I mean, I heard her. What?
Before they can question any further, Haruka dives under the table once more, crouching to avoid its gaze.
It's even worse now. Huh? What do you mean? The eye, I can feel it moving. The hands, dear, they're moving, yes. No, the clock, it's... Lilith, this woman has clearly lost her mind. Scared of a clock, hearing voices in her head.
Lilith squats down, rubbing Haruka's back in an attempt to comfort her.
What is it? You can tell us.
Haruka freezes.
Something's coming. As if the insanity of this evening weren't enough, we now have a veritably unwell woman to contend with too, I swear. Wait, did you hear that?
Elise stops, her hand inches away from picking up the golden trinket. The cloth covering the grandfather clock is torn to shreds as a nightmarish eye spouts from the grandfather clock, focusing on Haruka and Lilith. A smaller shadow sprouts from underneath the clock, quickly snatching the golden piece of the amaranth as Elise pulls her hand back.
Goodness, I'm going to have a heart attack here!
The eye's pupil twitches and dilates, staring directly at Haruka as she shivers in fear under the dark wooden table.
Haruka, I think we need to get out of the way.
Excuse me. Haruka remains silent, paralyzed with fear as the grotesque eye's pupils continue to expand.
Haruka!
Lilith stands up, attempting to drag her friend out from underneath the table. Elise washes on, standing between the clock and the others, frozen with hesitation.
What should I do?
Alright, find a way to block the eye's gaze, help drag Haruka out, or create a distraction. I mean, I think I'm probably gonna run through the options again. That's what I typically do. I like to see what all these options come to. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and save real quick, not to end the video, but we're gonna new save. All right, so we're just gonna kind of go through these. If I had to guess what the actual decision was, I'd probably say it would be to block the gaze. So I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna create a distraction. Elise stands her ground, spreading her arms out wide.
What are you doing? Creating a distraction. My specialty, remember? Haruka, I'm not kidding around.
Lilith pulls on Haruka's arms with all her might, unable to budge her. The eye begins to ooze as the pupil continues to dilate. Elise grits her teeth and waves her hands to create a convincing distraction. Rather than black smog or dark waves, a shadowy bolt fires out of the eye with violent force, striking Elise through the chest. Elise! As her vision begins to fade and her senses begin to dull, Elise realizes that the same trick probably won't work twice. We got like energy fucking bolted, man. Alright, we're gonna help drag Haruka out then. Haruka, I'm not kidding around! Lilith pulls on Haruka's arm with all her might, barely budging her. Elise runs to Lilith's side, attempting to pull the motionless Haruka out of harm's way. Lilith finally manages to wrestle the tablecloth off of Haruka. The eye begins to ooze as the pupil continues to dilate. Haruka reluctantly stands after being dragged to her feet by Elise and Lilith. That's right, come on, Haruka! Within an instant, a shadowy tendril fires out of the eye with the velocity of a cannon, wrapping around Haruka's neck as it pulls her out of Lilith and Elise's grasp. Haruka! The tendril drags Haruka back to the grandfather clock, oozing even more black liquid as a vast shadow expands across the room, extinguishing the lights as it continues to spread. Lilith cries out in anguish, unable to do anything to help as the shadow grows like a necrotic plague, tainting all it touches and swallowing Haruka whole. Thoroughly satisfied, the shadow recedes into the wall in an instant, leaving Lilith and Elise in shock. Lilith falls to her knees in disbelief. Alright, so I kind of figured that would happen. We're going to go ahead and reload it. So I was correct. Finding a way to block the eye's gaze was right. I figured it'd be something like that. So it seems like getting all the school uniforms for the girls is kind of something that just happens. But then I guess to get the nightmare versions of each of them, well, I don't know if to get, well, no, yeah, it seems like to get the nightmare versions of them, that maybe I would need to get each of them, like, sucked into the void in order to get that, like, their nightmare versions or whatever. Not that I really care, but we're trying to get, like, the best ending possible. So, alright, find a way to block the eye's gaze. The eyes darting around the room. Eyes darting around the room, Elise sets her eyes on a nearby stack of silver trays upon a silver dining chair. Really? Chiefs would never leave these things lying around in plain sight like that. Diving forward, Elise manages to grab the topmost tray as the rest fall into the hardwood floor with a loud clang. Haruka, I'm not kidding around! Lilith pulls on Haruka's arm with all her might, unable to budge her. The pupil begins to ooze, dripping out onto the dining room floor. Elise grabs the tray firmly with both hands as she approaches. Lilith finally manages to wrestle the tablecloth off of Haruka, pulling her inch by inch out of harm's way. Filled with adrenaline, Elise swings her arms upward to block the eye from attacking the others, accidentally smacking the eye head-on with the metal tray. Oh dear, my apologies. Wait, why am I apologizing? The eye shuts and recedes back into the clock, clearly reeling in pain. I think it worked! Fabulous! Interesting method, but it works! Are we free to go now? My, this curse is certainly becoming more persistent by the minute, isn't it? The three band together, gazing around the room in high alert, preparing for a new threat. What the? Lilith turns around to see the turkey on the table rise to its hind legs and begin shambling menacingly towards her. What the heck? Possessed dinner items? What is this, Beetlejuice? Have you seen that film, Lilith? That's about 40 years old now, right? This is not the time, Elise! The three retreat towards the entrance of the dining hall as the other dishes begin to rise from the dead. Slices of cake open their mouths to reveal razor-sharp teeth as grapes brandish their vines like knives, a true culinary terror that has the girls as horrified as they are perplexed. Honestly, this isn't as scary as the last thing. Did that turkey just pick up a knife? Okay, maybe it is a little scary. The kitchen nightmares encroach upon the girls as they backpedal with increasing urgency, their backs eventually meeting the wall. Elise, the door? I have bad news, dear. The desert's itching. What the fuck is this image? The desserts inch even closer, nipping at Haruka's heels as she screams while struggling.
Get away from her!
Lilith punts a pie across the room, enraging the other dinner items as they grow more aggressive, jumping on her as she falls to her knees.
Ow, stop that!
The turkey menacingly brandishes its serrated blade as it approaches Elise.
What did I do in my previous life to deserve this?
The 3 inch backwards as the sentient delicacies attempt to overwhelm them.
I've had enough of this!
Exasperated and covered by an army of toothpick-wielding cupcakes, Haruka grabs a nearby enemy and sinks her teeth into it, biting a chunk out of its chocolatey flesh. The cupcake emits a painful death wail as Haruka tosses its slim body off to the side. The culinary army appears to stop for a moment, frozen by the vulgarity of their opponent's methods.
Now that's an idea!
Lilith swallows a nearby strawberry whole, sending all the others scurrying in retreat.
What a splendid strategy!
Elise wipes the knife out of the turkey's hand, wing in the turkey's hand, wing as it cowers in fear.
Well, I hope you're all still hungry. Well, I've eaten enough for another 40 years. I'm stuffed. Truly. I have more questions about the aftermath of this, dear. Whatever they are, I don't think I want to answer them. Well, for one, why isn't the food reappearing?
Haruka burps.
Oh, you guys want more food?
With a flick of her wrist, Haruka conjures a turkey at the center of the table, this time without any traditional motor skills.
Wait, what?
Conjuring another dessert with a flourish, Haruka casually takes a bite out of the chocolate bar. Sneeze. Her nose emits glowing blue particles as she sneezes.
Haruka, you're cursed!
Well, yeah, aren't we all?
No, I mean, you're using it. The curse magic. How do you do that?
Haruka furrows her brow deep in thought. I don't know. I just imagined food one day and it appeared in front of me. The more I thought about it, the easier I could make it appear. Fascinating. So anyone can use this curse magic for their own purposes. Haruka yawns. Yeah, probably. It does make me a little sleepy when I do it, though. Haruka, dear, you must tell us how to use this curse.
No, nobody should be using the curse. What if it takes over your brain or something?
Huh? It's not that bad. I don't think it is, at least. Does that mean you could have done something earlier to stop the curse from attacking us as well?
Or unlocking the door yourself instead of being stuck in here for so many years?
I never thought about trying that. Lilith sighs in exasperation. It's that easy, is it?
That's it. I'm getting you home right now.
Ah, yes, our spell. We can use it now, right?
Yep. One salve piece means one spell.
Lilith pulls out Amelia's notebook, flipping to the transport spell.
Wait, but the thing...
Haruka points to the golden prize ejected by the clock moments earlier.
This old thing? Don't worry. This is how we're going to save everyone. But
it came from your friend Emmy's notebook, dear.
Emmy said it's okay?
Well, alright.
Don't worry, Haruka. We'll get you home in no time.
Lilith begins to recite the words as the golden amaranth piece floats in the air. Haruka smiles as her body begins to levitate, glowing brightly.
See you at home.
After a blinding flash, she disappears, the hilt of the amaranth rolling across the carpet, its gold luster fading into a dull gray as it loses its power.
So this is how Luna gained her powers, is it? I guess so. The power to pass through locked doors and conjure food. Truly a wide variety of abilities.
It is indeed. You know what also has a wide variety? Me saving the game here and ending the episode. That's what does. Alright. We're going to go ahead and save the game. Go back to main menu. Okay, so I think at this point the game is very well established that it is not a serious horror game. It's not trying to be scary or suspenseful. It is very, very hardly leaning into the comedic aspect of the storytelling here. Which, hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm quite enjoying it. It's very funny. So yeah, just kind of like a quick little review here. So far, it's a lot different than what I expected, admittedly. I won't lie. I expected something that maybe took itself a little bit more serious as a horror, mystery, suspense kind of visual novel. At first, I was kind of unsure of the direction that it ended up taking when I first started playing the game, because obviously it was nothing like how I honestly expected it to be. But so far, it's proving that it is a lot more. I feel like it's kind of coming around to being where it's a lot more sure of what it's trying to be than maybe it was before, or than how it more so than it felt before. So I'm really enjoying that. As always, the art is absolutely amazing for this game, and the more I play it, honestly, the more that I want to go back to the original Angel Wings game and play that. Now, comparatively, I will say this is a very linear feeling story. It kind of seems like you're either going to get the good ending or you're going to get the bad ending. So it's definitely a lot different than, say, the first Angel Wings game, which, as far as I understood, had a whole slew of characters, and with each one of them, they had their own, character paths that you could choose to go down. For specifically them. So it's a lot different than that. But again, so far I'm really enjoying this one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it wraps up, which I think we only have the gardens left to find, and then, stuff to sort out with, I believe, we only have Luna to deal with, and then Alice to meet. So, actually, I think we might have one more, because there was Haruka, Emmy, the girl that we found in the music room, some other, the one that she mentioned was the youngest one. We have to find her, and then there's Alice, and then obviously we've come across Luna. So, or maybe we do just have to go straight to Alice. Who knows? We'll find out. But that's going to be for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next, so you'll be notified when any one of those videos comes out. Anyways, that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.